Hello there, and welcome to this episode of A Tiny Dot in Space, where I explore the various regions, states, territories, counties, provinces, whatever they're called on the first level of subdivision of the various countries on planet Earth. And I do this exploration on GeoGuessr. And the idea is, well, first of all, to explore, see places I've never been, and hopefully, have some fun in the meanwhile. And the ultimate objective, C, is to score 25,000 points in whatever region I'm visiting in each episode on GeoGuessr. And if I do play the area to 25,000 points, well, you will not see the area again in the series. If I fail to do so, it might reappear at a later date. You never know. Today we are going to somewhere proper exotic. We are going into the Pacific, and we're going into the Federation or the Federated States of Micronesia. And we're going into the state of Pohnpei. Now, Pohnpei is a large sprawling place. It reaches all the way from Pingalap over here, down to Kampingamarangi down here. But the only place that has coverage on Street View is the main island itself of Pohnpei. And, well, there are a couple of scattered atolls around that might have images, but I would assume that we will find ourselves on Pohnpei. Pohnpei is the largest state in land area in Micronesia. There are 4 states, and Pohnpei is the larger one, which is, let's see, it is 345 square kilometers. So, is that correct? I think that's square, I think that's square miles, actually. So, now we're going to go with what Wikipedia says. So Wikipedia says 371.6 square kilometers. The population of the entire state is, as of 2010, 36,196. And the same year, in the capital on the island, which is called Colonia, which sits up here, there were 6,074 people living there. So yeah, this map I had to handpick by myself because there's absolutely there's no official Google Street View photography here. I think it's all done by the same person on Pohnpei, so it's all private footage. So this could be a pain to play. I remember how Tahiti was when I played that a while ago. So this could well turn out to be a little tropical nightmare. But I hope not. I hope it will be as exotic as I hope it will be. So let's see, Pohnpei. And yeah, we're going to make a challenge. And let's see. Oh yes, I need to bring up the... you can't see this, but I have just restarted my computer, so I haven't got all the programs up yet. There we go. That I usually use for this. There we go. Okay. Link put in the safe spot. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Nathan Delport is the culprit of this. Don't know if I should say culprit, but what have you done? Have you, like, literally driven a stake, a bamboo stake or something, right through, or palm stake right through the roof of your car, and then just patched it up? Interesting design. It's like a broomstick. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Right, let's see how this is to move around in. Westwards. So, if I'm right that this is uphill, we are most likely on the eastern part of the island. There are a few roads going inland on that side. So, I think, okay, this is going to take a while. We will need lots of patience for this map. Okay, that's promising that we're at least seeing houses, a fork in the road. There's a river. Well, that's interesting. And now we're going north. Okay, so we're not on any of these roads. They're really hard to make out. So could we be... No, we're not. No, we are... I'm not going to make assumptions. I'm not going to look for things that might be very, very hard to look for. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to have a look at the river. I should check whether I'm going downstream or upstream. But I would think that if this person is doing running footage, he would probably... Here we go, let's see. Yeah, seems we're going downstream. A little hard to make out, actually. That kind of looks like the flow is that way. So we'll check on the next. Yeah, it's definitely going that way. So we're going downriver, which is good. So how far will we have to go until we hit the main road? That one's seen better days. But yeah, there was a very distinct bend right after the start. I'm going eastwards to go northwards. So I'm wondering, could we be? Oh, that looks very promising. That looks very, very, very promising indeed. Yeah, we're going to go back. Going to put down a checkpoint here just in case I'm wrong. So let's see. So here we're going westwards. And we're turning. And we will be turning again. And then we're going to turn the opposite way. Yes. There's going to be a road down to the side over here. Yes. I wonder, can we? No, that's a trail to the waterfall. Liduduchinap. Okay. Waterfall. Okay, so now I know where we are. We're about there. Let's see, so we are not quite due east. We're a little northeasty. So we could... this is one of those that I dread. So, what I think we... let's have a little look around the bend here. Do we have... Yeah, we have that. So we should be pretty close to this bend. Yeah. Oh, this is a difficult one. Because I suck at positioning myself without references on bends. But we're literally on top of the bend. I'm gonna say there, and there's all sorts of things that could go wrong here. There could be wrong positioning of the GPS. We had that when I played Madagascar a couple of weeks ago. Let's see. It could be layer displacement, or it could just be that I'm playing wrong. I was playing wrong. I'm not sure I agree with that. But it probably was. Oh well, this one will have to feature again later then. But yeah, Yeah, the position on the road seems solid, but I am not agreeing with that being here. But hey, what do I know? Okay, let's try again. Okay, a slightly more. Just look at the landscape it's driving through. So we got a wider road. Yet another bendy place. And we got an uphill. I don't really know if I want to go uphill, but let's see if there's anywhere to get a lookout. What's this? Oh, something church. Does it say ECCP? I can't read it. Oh, one fun thing about Pohnpei is that it has one of the shortest names of a place or a village in the world. It's got a place called, it's got a place, let's see, where is it? It's somewhere, yeah, over here. It's called U. In Norway, we have a few places called Å, which is also one letter. So that's kind of a cool kinship between the Nordic countries and Pohnpei. Okay, I am having suspicions that this might actually be the main road around the island. But this is unfortunate. Well, when I say suspicions, they are nowhere firm. I have not had any look at how the area looks. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, we got a challenge here, kid. I think that's the ocean over there to the north. That means we could be over here. So yeah, we are having an area that is snipped off. So, oh, hang on. So we got, yeah, we got the ocean to the north, but we are currently going south. Could we have been over here, actually? Yeah, how about that? Let's see. So we got this church over here. If I'm really lucky, that could be actually that. Let's have a look at the buildings here. Oh, yeah. Most probably not. Because, well, we do have this bendy thing here. That takes me, I'm already going south. No, this is not right. This can't be right. Okay, what other options do we have? We have this area. That might actually be a better candidate. Yeah, this is definitely a better candidate. The over-Protestant church. Could that... Oh, hang on, what does it say here? Something aid. Now, there's one way to clench this, and that is if that corner... Could I go around that? I could go around that corner. Yes. I could. It's a straight west. Yes, this is where we are. Okay, then. So, how close are we to it? No, we're not close to that. Okay, so here we're heading south, and we're getting a slight... We should be about here. I reckon. And we should actually be on the bend. Let's see how I'm looking. Slightly. Okay, and Well, we are on the bend. And we've been on the bend for a bit. And the bend still goes on for, well, it doesn't go on for that much. Gonna try there. Nice. Okay, at least we got 5,000 point on Pohnpei. Oh my word. These roads, look at the jungle. Ah. Okay, this is starting to look like a bucket list place. Okay, so we're next to, what is this place? Now they're just an ordinary dwelling, I would say. Okay, it looks like it's going uphill in this direction, and we're inside the jungle. And it doesn't look like it is the main route around the island. So I am going to take a punt and say that we are going downhill in this direction. Northeast. That's plenty. Well, I guess the cars here will be just rusting to absolute bits. There's got to be a lot of salt in the air. Look here, even the stuff that stands underneath. So, why are there no license plates? This one seems to be in working order. This one, on the other hand, well, that has definitely seen better days. So yeah, well, I mean, it will take an absolute massive effort to move a car onto this place, I guess. I doubt you could ship them in with airplanes. Okay, so we're now on the main route, or a main route. North and south. Okay. Now, Nathan Del Port. Which way should I go? I'm going to put the checkpoint here at least. So, I have never in my life seen so many broken down cars outside. Oh, some lovely flowers. Never seen so many broken down cars outside a junkyard. Wait, did I just go past a sign? I did. Unfortunately, it's not legible. We are going south, and now we're going southwest. So we could be in roughly the same area as we were previously. Saladak Dispensary. Okay, so is there a place called Saladak? I would assume that it would be somewhere over here. So we're going south, and now we're going southwest. Oh, Saladak Elementary School. Could we have? Yes, here's the Saladak Dispensary. Okay, so we came out this road. That's literally just a little skip down the coast. Okay. Now the trick is to find out where on this road we were. Yeah. Let's see, I'm just going to confirm this thing here. We have this building in the middle of the crossroads. So yeah, back to start. So we have that. That is when we're heading westwards, and here we're heading slightly south of west, or not just slightly. We could be there. Let's see, that actually seems quite likely. Just want to find some confirmation here. The only thing is the bend up ahead towards the west that I'm a little uncertain about. Okay, so we have this here. Yeah, it's definitely this one. From the shape and all. There's nothing on this side of the road yet. But here comes the next house, which should be that one. In Pohnpei. Oh. Okay, how many clicks are we away from this thing? 2. It's not driving particularly fast, and if I... It looks like the alignment of layers on this one is actually pretty good. So it should be around there. Nice. Good. Oh, more of this. Aye. Okay, so here is going southwards. Up the hill. That is the tiniest shack I've seen since I played Android in Madagascar. Okay, so if we go north, I think this is the way to go, but just look at this foliage, or whatever you would call it. Branch in the road, that could be very handy. Now I'm moving northeast again. Don't say we're on the same side of the island. And still Nathan with his... Oh. Looks like... Oh, that's what he has done. He hasn't punched... Still wondering and trying to figure out what he's done. Has he actually duct tape a piece of wood at the back of it, sort of diagonally? I wonder if that is what he might have done, because here's the first stick he was using. Or rather, the stick he was using in the first footage. An entrepreneuring soul, Mr. Nathan Delport. Now here is something that might be crucial. We'll look northeast, east, tiny islands. So look northeast, east at tiny islands. Could we be out here on the Temwen Island? But if we are... Nah, that doesn't seem to quite wash, does it? But it kind of matches what I'm seeing, but we could also be like way up here. What was the direction I was going in? I was going north-south, wasn't I? There were a couple of decent forks in the road there. Okay, let's see what we find once we... Shouldn't be too far to get down to the main road again. So, it looks like the 3rd time in a row we'll find ourselves... Well, actually, the 4th time in a row. We'll find ourselves... Now I forgot what the first round was. But yeah, it's definitely looking like the east coast again. This road is going northeast in general. Well, we did start out being north-south, didn't we? Okay, here's the main road. Would be nice to be able to read that. I don't think I'll ever be, but oh no, can't go over there. That's a shame. Oh, come on, Nathan. Okay, this is not going to be easy. Okay, so what do we have here? We are going northwest, but the coast is to the northeast. We could be... Oh, no, we're not there. Okay, and that road is going off to the west directly, more or less. So let's not quite on the coast. Okay, so let's, yeah, I think we should start around here. And then just follow the main road. I believe this is the main road. And we're not at Podlangas. We're not here. That has to be a school. Well, it could actually be, well, school and church combined, I guess. And we're not there. Not there, not there. Nor here. And the road is going northwest, which is sort of odd. We're not here on Cape Oa. Not here either. But this, Tuveri, and the Church of... That could fit. Yeah, that looks like a good fit. Also, let's look into the bay. That's a little more dicey. You know, we could be looking at that, maybe. But we do have that fork in the road. We do. And we came from up here somewhere, didn't we? Let's see now. So here we're looking southwest. Yes. And yeah, we have that tiny shack on the east. On the east, yeah, but it's not that one. Shame. But it could possibly be that. Let's move ahead a little bit. See if there are any more buildings here. Or how far? Oh, yeah. Even more damaged, ruined cars. So did we just go around this bend? We might have. The trouble is we're missing buildings. And we are turning westwards, so... No, that is probably that one. More likely that we were on that. So now we're curving like so. We're getting buildings. And that's how far the coverage goes, but these have to be these buildings that we got here. So we must be on this bend, or around that bend. That thing. Let's see. Let's have a look at that again. Yeah, how many bends until we get to the fork? So we are now coming out of a right-hander. Sorry, we're standing on a right-hander. We got a left-hander. And a long sweeping right-hander. Very slight, and then another right-hander, and then we go on to that. So the sweeping right-hander has got to be that one. One more time there, and then we're going to head to the sweeping one. Okay. So I think this is really hard. I think that is What? So that's a sweeping right-hander. So we've got the left-hander and the right-hander. We ought to be around here. That one should be that one. Oh, so hard. There. Nice. Okay, last round. Well, we don't get to see many of the city. The city, do we? But we do get to see a lot of jungle. Ah. Wow. Go south this time. Nathan Delport, I have to give it to you. You have so far given us what I think is sound GPS coordinates all the while. Oh, did we see the ocean? We do see the ocean. It looks like a promontory or a reef or something to the southeast. Could be anywhere around here. No, wait, southeast. Come on. Yeah, but, well, it kind of looks like we might be on the eastern side of the island yet again. And that is peculiar if we are. That is such a weird coincidence. Let's see now. Well, this is a squiggly one. A wriggly one. And here we come onto the main street. Main road again. Okay, so we've got the ocean to the east again. What's that? What I thought it was? Probably was. Okay, and we're gonna check down that sign. Just want to get a fix on this. Oh, when did we come down? It's the road we came down. We didn't come down that road. So where did we come? Oh, we came on down over here. Okay. Yeah, that looks about right. Yeah, because here we got the stop sign. But then there was another sign here that I'm more interested in, and that is this one. Man's auto sale. Okay. We buy trucks. So we're on the main road going southwest into a bend. Northeast. Again. Okay, I guess we'll just tag along and see if we can find man's auto sale. Oh, here we are. Here we are. Okay, so and that should mean that we were here. let's go back to the checkpoint. Let's see. So the road should curve to the left. It does. And then we're going to have a straight before it goes sharply to the right. Oh, yes, indeed. Okay, right. So we didn't see man's auto store, but it's over here somewhere. Okay, that means that we are very close to the top of this road, doesn't it? So we're somewhere up here. So let's see, here we are going. Are we as far north as here? This is as far as the coverage goes. There's a building up there, those could well be those. Here we're looking northeast. Am I actually here then? The trouble is, we're missing a building. Could have been here though. So let's see, let's just back up. And then we come around the corner. There's the building. There's the building. Let's see. So we are... The building is there. So virtually perpendicular to it. And there we are. Wow. 4 locations in pretty much the same area. And that's not just weird given the lottery of the locations. And then there's the one here which we missed on the first round. And given how the last 4 rounds did, that is annoying. But I have to say, I will not mind revisiting Pohnpei in a later episode. If my random number generator allows me to. Because that was quite enjoyable and quite playable. And, yeah. That's the first time in a long time I've played an island in the Pacific. Of course, I've done the official maps, but on GeoGuessr, but this is the first time I've tried to play an entirely non-public footage map in the Pacific. So yeah, that is Pohnpei in Micronesia done. And I'm still glad that you're with me here on a tiny dot in space, and I hope that you will join me for the next episode when it's up. Until then, bye-bye.